Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today our yoga for flexibility practice is going to focus on the legs and the lower body. So it's going to be short and sweet. You're just going to need a little bit of space to move. We're going to be laying down the entire time, so have a nice soft surface below you. And let's get started. So let's start to make our way down onto our backs. As I mentioned, we're going to be laying down the entire practice today. So come all the way down onto your back and then just walk your feet in towards your hips and just start to rock your knees a little bit side to side, just giving that low back a nice little massage. As you start to settle in, maybe let your eyes close and take a nice big breath in and out. And do that again as you feel your shoulders start to soften. Take a nice big inhale and exhale. And one more big breath in and big breath out. Awesome, you guys. You can slow down that rock side to side with those knees. And if your heels are lifted, just bring them back down to the floor. We're just going to heel toe our feet out a little bit wider. So maybe all the way to the edges of the mat, maybe not quite that far. See if you can kind of turn the heels out slightly, almost like you want the toes to be pointing inward just a little bit. And you can rest your arms at your sides or out wide, kind of way down the shoulders. We're just going to start to rock the knees a little bit side to side again. So the knees are wide, they're not touching one another. And you can keep just rocking side to side, or you can start to let the legs fall over towards the left, all the way over towards the left. Finding a little bit of a stretch, that left hip maybe through the outer right hip and right leg as well. If you want a little extra, you could take your left foot and rest it on top of that right leg, that quad area. Just letting the legs get a little heavier as they fall over to that left side. And then if you did cross the legs, you're going to uncross them. Bring that left foot back kind of by the edge of the mat again and use an inhale to lift the knees back up. Maybe add a couple rocks side to side. And then our legs are going to fall over towards the right. Keep those shoulders down. Just let the knees kind of hover. They might touch the floor, they might not. But if you want a little extra, you can cross that right foot over top of the left leg. And just kind of notice if you feel this, where you feel this. Making any adjustments that you think you might need. And then take a breath. Relax. And if the legs are crossed, slowly start to let that go. Bring your knees back up as you inhale, maybe adding a little rock side to side, massaging that low back. And you can start to heel toe your feet all the way back in. Awesome, you guys. We're going to just extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. You can hang onto the back of your leg if you would like and just start to point your toes either above the head or maybe towards the forehead, just flexing that foot, finding the length through the back of the leg. So you can hang onto the back of your quads or maybe the calf, but let's think about keeping the low back on the floor. Keep that spine nice and long. Nice, you guys. Just feel the stretch all the way through the back of that right leg. Maybe you can even grab the toes, but keep the low back down. As you encourage it into the mat, you might find that that deepens the stretch that you get through that hamstring and calf. Awesome, you guys. Stay for an inhale and exhale. Let the knees start to bend and just rest your right foot on top of your left quad again. You can keep your left foot down or you can start to lift it up into the air. But again, let's try to encourage the tailbone into the floor. Or figure four or reclined pigeon. Getting into that right leg, that right glute. Maybe adding a few ankle circles to that left foot if it's lifted up into the air. Awesome job, you guys. Let's take an inhale here. And use the exhale to release, uncross the legs, and bring your feet all the way back to the floor. If you want to add a little rock side to side, go ahead, give that low back a nice massage, and then you can start to lift the left leg up into the air, flexing that foot, bring the length into that leg, but remember to encourage your low back down in towards the floor. Soften your shoulders, flex that foot, and just hang on wherever works best for you. Awesome job, you guys. Stay for an inhale and an exhale. Start to bend that knee. The foot can just start to find that right quad right now if you'd like. Starting to set up that figure four, maybe lifting the right foot up into the air, but we're trying to find that left glute, that left leg. So if you find it with that right foot staying down on the floor, you can keep it down. Maybe adding some ankle circles to that right side. And just encourage that low back down into the floor. Awesome job, you guys. Let's stay for an inhale. And exhale. Let the legs go down. Uncross. Maybe add a little rock side to side. Massaging that low back. When you're ready, we're just going to be bringing our knees towards our chest. So lift the feet, hang on to the knees if you're able, and you can just start to let the knees kind of go out wide, but your big toes can stay together. And then as you hug your knees kind of towards the floor, just kind of encourage them in that direction a little bit. You might start to feel those hips. You might not have to try too hard to find the hips, but just notice the low back. Can you gently encourage it to the floor a little more? Does that change how you feel those hips? Do you like it? Do you not? You can keep your big toes together here, or you can actually start to spread the feet out wide as well. Maybe bringing your hands to your feet, happy baby, or just keep your hands on your knees, big toes together. I want you to encourage that low back into the floor. If you're not able to touch it down, it's lifting up, go back to your hands being on your knees. Maybe add a gentle rock side to side here if it feels good on the low back. And one last option, just if it's available, if you've got nice open hamstrings, you could find some length through the legs, but encourage that low back into the floor. Just a straight-legged happy baby, I like to call it. Awesome, you guys. If you did happen to straighten your legs, you can start to bend them back into that happy baby. And if you have your feet in your hands right now, start to let go. Bring your hands back to your knees and let your big toes just come back together, back to center. And you can let the knees come back as well. Maybe add a little rock side to side, or bringing your feet all the way down to the floor. Nice, you guys. So we're laying down here. I want you just to try something with me. We're going to try to curl our toes and just kind of stretch the top of the ankle, the top of the foot, the toes even. But you might have to try a few times to get those toes curled under and touching the floor. So I'm doing my left side right now. I can feel that awesome stretch all the way from my toes, almost up to my knee. I can feel that love there. And then we're just going to slowly switch sides. So uncurl those toes, I should say. I almost said untuck. And just curl the other toes. And I'll push them into the floor just a little bit. And if this isn't available to you, not to worry, we're almost done here. You can actually lift your foot into the air and curl your toes on your own. Kind of point your toes up towards the ceiling. Ooh, awesome, you guys. Letting those toes uncurl though. Bring your feet flat to the floor. Maybe doing a little rock side to side. We're going to be pulling our right knee in towards our chest, giving that knee a nice big hug. You can keep your right knee into your chest. You can keep your left leg bent. Or you can let that left leg start to fall out to the side like half a butterfly. You can keep your right knee into your chest, or you can find half a happy baby, letting that knee slide out to the side. You can stay hanging onto that knee, or you can come into that full half a baby, reaching for that foot again. So half a butterfly maybe is meeting a half happy baby, or you could do one or the other. Getting into those hips. Awesome, you guys. If your left leg is falling out to the side, start to bring that leg back up first. If you have your right foot in your hand, start to slide your hands back to your knee, and then bring your knee back in towards your chest. Give that knee a nice big hug. Awesome, you guys. Letting that go and just switching sides. That left knee is coming in towards the chest. Hug it in, stay here, or maybe find that half butterfly with the right leg. Maybe find that half happy baby with the left. Soften your shoulders. Breathe. Awesome, you guys. If you're in that half butterfly, start there. Bring that knee back up towards the ceiling. If you're in your half a happy baby, start to come back out of that as well. Give that left knee a hug, and then let it go back down to the floor. Maybe one last rock side to side. Awesome, you guys. You can start to roll to the side, or you can rock yourself forwards, but just find a nice comfy seat. That is it. That is all. I told you it was going to be short. It was going to be sweet. So I hope that you enjoyed the short practice today and you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, namaste.